Can this big brake kit for my S2000 actually save me money?
1062 for the ETF Trust SPY.
So I created this spreadsheet here to visualize this problem. The first thing that we see on the left corner is our hourly labor rate. This is what you would pay a mechanic or what I would pay myself, and I think I'm worth $100 an hour, so that's what I would put in there. My required ROI. I'm pulling this money out of my investment account, and so my required ROI, I'm going to say 10%. Because people say that this can save me lots of money, I want to see a 10% return on my investment in this big brake kit. So that's part of the fun of this calculation. The OEM style pads that I used before were Project Mu Club Racer. They cost me $200 for a front set, and depending on the track that I was running at, they could last up to 4 track days. Now it's said that the big brake kit pads last twice as long, so I put in 8 track days there. These pads are 10% more expensive, so the consumable cost per day for the big brake kit would be $27.50 for the big brake kit pads versus $50 for the OEM pads. Let's go over to the brake rotors. The OEM brake rotors are complete crap. They cost me $20 for each one. This is my OEM one after 2 track days. Cracked. Now the StopTech rotors are directionally vaned, which is great. They are also 2 pieces, which is great for performance, not so great for the labor cost. So these cost $250 for each rotor ring. Now I say rotor ring because you have to remove the rotor ring when you swap out the rotor. This adds to our labor cost down here. Now I put in 20 track days for longevity on this. Some people get a lot more with them, so we'll see. Now going over to the big brake kit column, this is where things get interesting. If I don't buy the big brake kit, the money will stay in my investment account and I will keep earning interest on it. If I do buy the big brake kit, I will spend that money and I will not be earning interest on it, but hopefully I will be saving on expenses, which will make up for it. So let's see what happens here in this little spreadsheet. What did this kit cost me? I had to buy new wheels that fit over my big brake kit, and I had to buy the big brake kit. So the big brake kit cost me $1,500. The wheels cost me $900. I sold my old wheels for $450. So upgrading to this cost me $1,950. Now right away you see what that $1,950 would do if it earned 10% per year. So we want to do an analysis where we match this return. We want to calculate that by setting our profit loss down here to 0 and adjusting this number up here to get there. How do we do that? Excel will calculate that for you automatically if you go to GoalSeek. So first we set this cell 828 to 0 by changing this cell here. Enter. Enter again. Excel will do the calculation for you, and it comes out to 7.2 track days per year for the next 5 years in order to see that 10% return on this investment. That's pretty good because I go to the track a lot more than that. So if you go 10 track days, not even one a month, for the next 5 years, you'll see an actual profit on that. You'll see over 10% return, which is great. Now keep in mind that this includes a $1,000 salvage value at the end of 5 years. That is, I am planning to part the car out in 5 years when I sell it. So what about if you are a worthless person? If you are a worthless person and your labor rate is 0, that's going to change the number significantly. Now, what about your required ROI? If your required ROI is non-existent, maybe you don't invest, you just spend all your money paycheck to paycheck. That's fine. Lots of people do it. 0%. Expected annual track days. What would it take for this to break even over 5 years? Let's see, how many track days? We're going to do a new what-if analysis. Hit OK, and we're going to let it do its thing. So you need to do 14 track days per year for the next 5 years, and then sell your big brake kit for $1,000 at the end of that in order to break even. So is it worth it? That's up to you. honestly. I would say there's a lot of other factors involved. Some people buy the big brake kit in order to make their car look good. Other people will buy the big brake kit simply because it drives better. So the follow-up video to this is going to include the installation of this big brake kit and the road test of this big brake kit. Because if this big brake kit blows me out of the water and I say, wow, this S2000 is transformed, then this whole cost analysis doesn't even matter, because it could be worth the $1,500 alone on the utility of the big brake kit. So what is our answer? The answer is, from a cost perspective, it depends on what you're doing with the car. But there are other factors at play here. So if you want to buy the big brake kit, go ahead and buy it. It's your money. Do whatever you want. I'm going to follow this up with some more videos on my S2000, the track days with the big brake kit, and I will give you a thorough review on it. So thank you for watching. Make sure that you enjoy your car.